Was it easy all the time? No. Was it fun all the time? No. But the goals and the dreams that I had were the things that pushed me through those times. I spent 3 years basically not really training. My mom couldn't pressure me to get in. My coach couldn't pressure me to get in. I had to do it for me. I always wanted to be able to look back 20 years down the road and say, I didn't have a what if. I didn't have a what if moment.
He first got into the pool like most other kids do, just to learn swimming. But by the time he was 10, Michael Phelps had broken his first national record, and by 15 he was competing in his first Olympic Games. He didn't win any medals, but there was a learning in that as well, for a man who is now the most decorated Olympian in history.
For me, in 2000, being a 15-year-old, to be honest, I think that was more of a learning experience than anything else for me. I was able to do a best time and get the experience of just being in that area, like that zone, that kind of spotlight, that level of competition. And I think coming back into 2004 and having a different approach, kind of being upset with how I performed in Sydney and not being able to get a medal, that kind of motivated me, to really train as hard as I could for that 4 years. And from that moment forward, that was the learning process where I really got to understand that it takes 4 years to really prepare for an Olympics, both mentally and physically. So, some of the challenges that my coach gave me really gave me the best opportunity to be as prepared as I could in 2004 and then on after that.
And the long journey after saw Michael Phelps compete in 4 more Olympic Games, finishing on the podium 28 times and bagging a historic 23 gold medals. For perspective, Phelps alone has won more gold medals than 66 whole countries have managed since the modern Olympics began in 1896.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A dominance that spanned well over a decade, but the 2008 Beijing Olympics saw Michael Phelps at his ultimate peak. He finished on top of every event he competed in, taking home 8 gold medals. But almost as if to prove he was human as well, Phelps found himself lost after achieving unprecedented success in Beijing. Because what now?
Coming off of 2008 where, I was able to accomplish something that was unbelievable, something nobody would ever dream of or think of. And it was hard for me to find motivation at that point because that was my goal, to be the first to do something in history, and I had done that. So I was kind of lost a little bit, and for me, it was kind of like I wanted to be as far away from the pool as I possibly could. I wanted to do as little work as I possibly could because I didn't want it anymore. So that's why for me in 2012, I got the results that I deserved. That's one thing I think it's super special in the sport of swimming that, if you put in, all of this work, you're going to see the benefit. If you just sit there on the couch and do nothing, you're not going to see absolutely anything.
Although all the training and the focus on being the best got him results in the pool, the accompanying pressure took a toll on Michael's personal life and reflected in some of his choices. At 19, he was arrested for drinking and driving. In 2009, he was suspended for smoking marijuana. And in 2014, was again arrested for drinking and driving. Phelps has also spoken about struggling with depression, low self-esteem, and even contemplating suicide after the 2012 Olympics.
For me, I'm somebody who always puts the most amount of possible pressure on myself that you can. So I'm always trying to hold myself accountable for everything that I do, especially in the training. Swimming is such an individualistic sport. So, if I wasn't training, then I'm not going to perform well. So I put so much pressure on myself to train every single day as hard as I could. There was a phase in my life where I went 6 years straight without missing a single day. For me, was it easy all the time? No. Was it fun all the time? No. But the goals and the dreams that I had were the things that pushed me through those times. Because yes, I did want to quit at times, or I was stressed to beyond belief at times. But I think it was just what was inside of me and the desire that I had to do something that nobody else had ever done before. And that was something that, didn't matter how upset I was, it wasn't getting in the way of me accomplishing that goal. And that's just, for me, I will never give up on anything that I truly believe that I can accomplish and something that I truly want.
And despite announcing his retirement after the 2012 Games, Phelps wanted more, and he returned to the pool 2 years later to make a bid for a 5th Olympics appearance. The boy who started his career with no medals in Sydney reached Rio in 2016 as a father and as a husband. And in front of his newborn son, Michael Phelps completed what was to be the most epic of Olympic journeys: 5 golds and a silver, 28 Olympic medals, and no regrets.
I always wanted to be able to look back 20 years down the road and say, I didn't have a what if. I didn't have a what if moment. And for me, I wanted to try to take every opportunity I could to finish my career how I wanted to. And I think I gave myself the best chance to do that. And looking back at 16, it was fun. It was, to be able to four-peat the 200 IM and to get back to 200 fly, just to be able to interact with everybody on that team, and then most importantly to be able to see my family and my firstborn up in the stands. It's just the best way to go out.